What's going on, YouTube? You got a little bit of wealth, a little nest egg. How do you keep it safe? I was on a live stream last night, and we got into security, protecting our assets, and I realized I haven't talked about that on here since the beginning, actually, much. Now, I do know there's a lot of newer stackers out there that have found me, and thank you so much for that, by the way. Please like and subscribe, comment. Thank you so much for your support. And I got to thinking about it. We should probably have this discussion for the newer folks out there. Sometimes I don't touch on things that I'd like to, and one of those things is going to be security. You've done your due diligence. You've got a little stack started. I pulled out, I don't know, what is this, 130, 150 ounces maybe, with what's sitting on the table, maybe 170, I don't know. But how do you keep it safe? I mean, you don't want, someone coming in and taking this, be it a thief, a family member, whatever. So what do? Do you stack less and buy a quality safe, maybe get a home security system, a dog if you can have one where you live, maybe employ the Second Amendment? Or do you say, I'm going to put it under my bed, I'm just going to stack. I ain't got money for a safe, I don't have money for a security system, I just need to stack. My opinion, you got to have somewhere safe to keep it. A good quality safe, bolt that bad boy in, but also understand it doesn't matter how quality of a safe you have, and yes, you should have a quality safe. All it does is buy you time. And I'll give you an example. One day I was at work, and my home security system went off, and a lot of folks have that system that they have the phones that they can tap into on their phone, or the camera they can tap into on their phones, and that's great. I have a camera on mine, but it's also dispatched with the city, which I pay for every year. And when they called me, my phone was in the office. I didn't know, and it turned out to be a false alarm. But I found out when I got a second call, and it was from the responding unit from the PD. They said, "Hey, we walked the perimeter. We think it was a false alarm." I said, "Yeah, it was. I checked my cameras. Sorry to waste your time. I wasn't by my phone." But the point is, in that time that you're not home and you're not watching your stuff, if you don't have someone that's trustworthy there to do it, that can be a great secondary thing to have, because if you're gone for hours and someone really knows what they're doing and they can get away with making noise, they can get into your safe. All it does is buy you time. But it's very important to have. For me, I think it's advisable to, again, not a financial advisor, do your own research, form your own opinion. I'm also not a security expert, but for me it's also about peace of mind, okay? I am rather confident when I'm not here, my stack will stay here. I'm not considerably worried about it. And to me, that's worth a lot, because, all my wealth obviously isn't in metal, but a good portion is. This is just a small part of the stack. Very small part, and to be honest, it's kind of easier to get to because the other stuff is in the back, in the middle, and the sides. But it would hurt. Imagine someone swooping in and just taking everything you had, or everything you had on the premises. You don't want that. Another thing, when you're home, maybe the Second Amendment is something to look at. Again, not a security advisor. I'm a huge fan of security, all the way around. There's always a point where you can overdo it for sure with anything, but with security, it's better to overdo it than underdo it, in my opinion. Invest in the safety of protecting your assets. That's my personal opinion, and I feel like we need to discuss that, because there's a lot of people out there that are watching myself and other guys and girls out here with channels about this, and it's really important that we get that across. Make sure if you're not using a vaulting service, or however you decide to store your metals, make sure it's done as safely as humanly possible. That's my personal opinion. That's the best thing I can say about that. And however you feel you need to do that, make sure you put your time and your thought and your effort into doing that. Remember, this is very important. This is for the future. This is something we want to have down the road, and we don't want to fall in the wrong hands. With that, that is all I got. Thank you so much for coming by. Again, like, subscribe, please comment, please interact. Also, please pay attention in the comment section. I've had a lot of scammers and spammers hitting my channel lately. I had to remove 30 comments tonight on my last video. If anyone says, hey, text me, WhatsApp me, whatever, that's not me. If you see a thread in the comment section of people talking about a certain person that they've invested with, that they've had good returns, please understand, when they drop that name over and over again, it is a bunch of bots, okay? It is a bunch of fake accounts trying to promote one name, and the name's never the same, trying to promote one name with a thread of many people that aren't real, so that you'll give them your hard-earned cash. Do not fall for that. Do not fall for the scams. Do not even click on them. Don't answer them. Just go on by, and please let me know if you see something that I've missed. I do make a daily effort to go through and remove that stuff. It's really hard to keep up. But please don't fall victim to that. Don't fall prey. Not a financial advisor. Do your own research. Don't fall prey. Make sure your stuff is secure and protected and taken care of. And also on the do list, keep stacking.